All right, let's dive right into this explainer. I want you to picture the opening scene of an intense, high-stakes, Japanese-style animated thriller. But instead of swords or giant mechs, the battleground is a financial system migration. It's a world where a single mistake, just a tiny miscalculation in accounting, payments, or credit, can instantly lead to real-world losses in the millions. The tension is absolutely palpable. The stakes literally could not be higher. Because we aren't just talking about writing some code here, we're talking about holding up the entire digital economy.
10,000. That is the absolutely massive, overwhelming number our developer protagonists are staring down. Imagine looking up and seeing a sheer avalanche of test cases just waiting to bury you. It's this daunting, almost mythical figure that really sets the stage for the insane struggle of this system migration. It's the ultimate test of endurance.
Section 1. The silent system collapse. The day business as usual broke.
So, to really grasp the gravity of this collapse, we have to dig into the deep lore of financial systems. In this highly specialized world, there's a deeply rooted, almost unshakable belief that too many tests is just enough. Exhaustive coverage isn't just some nice-to-have preference, it's the core philosophy you need to prevent catastrophic, system-wide losses. It's basically the ultimate defense mechanism against disaster. But what actually happens when you pit the ancient, colossal monolith of COBOL, with all its decades of accumulated history and manual memory management, against the sleek, modern architecture of Java, with its automated garbage collection? Moving from COBOL to Java structurally shifts how memory and errors are handled. On paper, it looks like a clean, beautiful upgrade. But as you'll see, it's really not that simple.
Moving on to Section 2, Decades of Pain History, the lore of the legacy.
See, when you bring in a shiny new programming language, those old test cases don't just magically disappear. Why? Because the underlying business logic remains exactly the same. The rules of the financial game haven't changed one bit, even if the entire playing field was just ripped up and replaced. These tests represent what they call pain history. They are definitely not mere checklists for a developer to blindly tick off. No, they are past failures, highly complex exception handling, and incredibly specific business quirks accumulated over decades. They're literally the battle scars and the emotional core of the system's past. They are the living memory of every single time something went wrong.
And just when our developers think they've finally got a handle on the migration, they look at the remaining workload and practically scream, "Wait, are there still more?" Look, if you've ever felt completely buried by an avalanche of work in your own life, just like our heroes here, hit that subscribe button and leave a like to join our survival squad. Now, let's see how our devs handle this oncoming onslaught.
Which brings us to Section 3, the 10,000 case avalanche, facing the boss.
There's this super ominous, sinking realization that even after meticulous restructuring and cutting out the obsolete, memory-specific tests, an endless volume of nearly 10,000 test cases still remain. It's just standing there like an unbeatable, towering final boss with absolutely no visible end in sight. But our heroes charge into battle anyway. Step 1, they start the migration. Step 2, the simple cases pass smoothly. Step 3, the textbook burn-down curve plummets. At the very beginning, it's this beautiful, fast-paced action sequence. Everything goes smoothly. Cases are passing one after another in rapid succession, and the chart looks exactly like a textbook example of a perfect project burndown. Victory seems totally within reach.
And then, Section 4, when the curve stops, the bottleneck.
Suddenly, boom, brick wall. All that beautiful, cinematic progress just halts. The energy drains right out of the room. The easy victories are over, the hype music fades out, and the real, grueling challenge of the migration finally reveals itself in the silence. The causes of this sudden stall are insanely complex and deeply intertwined. We're talking misinterpretation of specs, bizarre COBOL-specific behaviors violently clashing with modern Java design philosophy, and unexpected business exceptions just rearing their heads out of nowhere. The issue here is entirely about structure, not time. You literally cannot just power through this with brute force. Pulling an all-nighter is not going to save them.
What's left is an agonizing staring contest between the test cases and the source code. Time passes, but the answers just won't come. The developers are locked in this silent, gripping standoff with the code. It's that tense, quiet moment in the story where sheer willpower simply isn't enough, and the characters are totally, hopelessly stuck.
And then someone finally asks the ultimate question. What is the correct behavior? This right here marks the true climax of our explainer. When things get completely, fundamentally stuck, the leaders are called in. This is a profound shift in the narrative.
We are no longer simply fixing bugs or translating code syntax. We are redefining the business itself. The team has to stop everything and fundamentally ask what this system is actually supposed to do at its very core.
But despite these massive, high-stakes decisions being made at the top, the day-to-day reality just turns into an absolute grind. How many cases did we complete today? The daily progress updates lose all their emotion and all sense of story. The epic struggle we've been following is reduced to soulless numbers reported every single morning and evening. Progress is measured purely in sheer quantity, which slowly drains all the dramatic energy right out of the team.
Section 5. Quality through quantity. The true cost.
What we're really looking at here is the absolute essence of Japanese development, where risks are eliminated through total, exhaustive coverage. And honestly, this unyielding methodology is exactly what creates some of the most incredibly stable financial systems in the entire world, achieving near zero downtime year after year. Before we reveal the true cost of this pursuit of absolute perfection, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden tech world.
So this reveals the heavy contradiction that defines the entire field of legacy modernization. The goal is adopting sleek, new technology, right? A brand new Java migration. But the cost? The cost is carrying the unchangeable history, which manifests as an oppressively massive test volume. They are attempting to modernize and sprint into the future, while simultaneously dragging the immense weight of historical risk coverage chained securely to their ankles.
Really think about what these massive test volumes represent. They aren't just technical validation items on a spreadsheet. No way. They are the history of a company. They are the explicit records of past failures. They are literally accumulations of institutional fear, visualized as code. That is exactly why they can never be easily reduced and why the testing process always feels like this eternal grinding battle.
But you know, the system still has to move forward. Beyond those 10,000 test cases, a brand new financial system is quietly taking shape. Despite the crushing weight of history, and despite the endless staring contests with the code, our developers gather their strength for a silent, hard-fought victory. They say to themselves, I can do it. I'll take the first step tomorrow. It's a beautiful, concluding arc of quiet resilience and engineering determination.
So I want to leave you with a provocative thought to chew on as we wrap up. Look at your own legacy systems. Beyond the 10,000 test cases, what history is your company too afraid to delete? Thank you so much for exploring this silent system collapse with me today. Keep asking those tough questions, keep challenging the legacy, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.